Hi, welcome to the Stockinit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Itma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 120. Nice, round, even.
Yep.
Lots of factors.
Excellent.
Do you have anything to talk about? How are things going?
I don't know. The crud has been going around my house, so I'm trying to avoid the crud. Yeah. Basically, it's like a 2-week coughing fit with fever at some point. So it's like, sweet. Awesome. And the weather warmed up enough for it to snow, and that actually cleared the roads. They're less like bumpy and icy, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I want it to be noted. Note this. Yesterday was the day that I delivered the hat and mittens.
Okay.
Now it is warm.
11 degrees.
Now, it was 20 today during the day, right?
That's true.
And the forecast is, pretty warm going out. But, yeah.
It's not over.
It
March. It's still March in Minnesota.
Yeah. But it's definitely been warmer in past Marches.
Yes.
So, but here we are talking about the weather again. If you're somewhere where it's nice and wonderful and you don't have to deal with all of this, just be happy. Daylight savings time is this weekend, which seems pretty surreal.
Woohoo!
Yeah, well, in spring forwards, we're going to lose an hour.
More light.
I enjoy that when I go to work in the morning it's bright, and then when I come home it's still bright. I don't know that. Morning will be less likely to be bright if we spring forward, right?
Right. Later night.
Like it. I don't know. I like them both. You just deal with the times. The times.
They are changing.
Yep. Do you want to get right into Administrati then?
Yes, we have a lot of it.
Filler's been filled. All right. We had your resolution KL drawings.
Yay!
So you have prizes.
Yes.
Do you want to show them off, or did you just want to do that as we are talking about the winners?
As we're talking about the winners.
All right. So we drew for 3 prizes, and that was folks that put in an original resolution and then kept themselves accountable.
Yes. We had a few people who entered after, but it was okay. None of those people got drawn.
And you also mentioned that we could possibly bring the thread back up.
Yes. Oh, definitely. This resolution will not die.
It's a yearly thing, right?
It will come up again, ba-bam, and you'll have to enter again.
Yep.
Just let us know where you are with your goals, and then it'll prompt you to go reread your goals and get yourself back on track. So, without further ado, who's our first winner?
We had 3 winners. 55, 28, and 43. 55 is Lightning.
Okay.
I wrote them down as you.
Okay, Lightning, you win a bag from my mom. Silver Shed. This is before she had her little tags on it, but this is definitely a bag she made, and it's of a smaller size, so it's a good sock or shawl bag. But
Contact you?
Yes, contact me, and I'm not sure if I'm going to see you soonly, but I can mail it out
Or hand deliver.
Yeah,
one or the other. Number 28, who is Diana 505.
Diana 505, you get a Lois Knitting's My Bag, and it's a nice size. You can get, I would say, at least a 2-ball project, if not more, in this one. It's a nice head,
little popish
size.
Yeah.
But this is all yours. Again, you can contact me, and I will send it out soonly.
And that was Diana 505, which was entry 28.
So Diana 505.
Entry number 43, if you haven't already looked who that is Angel Mum 3.
So Angel Mum 3, you win the Stockinit Zombies Notions pouch done by Silver Shed USA, my mom. And this is like our original logo.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's retro.
It's very retro. It's the little thingy that I did in a little paint program, surrounded by a whiteboard. It's adorable.
Yes.
And it's a very handy little pouch. I've used, my mom also made me a sock monkey one, and I use that one quite a bit. Not for knitting, but I use it. So,
yeah. And bags are good resolution prizes because, you got to store all of your knitting resolutions in something, right?
Yeah. And I had a coworker today ask me about knitting and all that stuff. She's trying to get started, and she went with crochet as her first try at a hobby. And she had a Ziploc bag. So
I started there.
Yep. Got to start somewhere.
And it
so
keeps it dry and
yep.
Untangled, and I'm with her.
But, give your project some luxury.
Ooh, yes.
So, yes, all winners contact me for the Resolutions KAL, and again, that pesky KAL will sneak its way into our lives again.
You never know when.
For a few months, and we'll have more prizes.
You never know when. All right. So we had a drawing in the self-striping world of the post yarn was of the Simply Sock yarn, who has lots of different self-striping. This is just the their in-house dyed yarn. It's out of Corriedale and nylon, and we had, let's see if I have the stats on that one. The self-striping drawing 2 through 414. I think
Already?
we're gonna blow
Wow.
last year out of the waters.
Yes.
I think it's because we're legit. And it might just be the hand motion, but it could also just be that we're legit. But, so 2 through 414, and the winner was 33, which is a great number. I love 33. I love my iPad. So let me know your shipping details. That's me, just run it on Ravelry, PM me. Or you can also email me, Megan at stockingknitzombies.com. And that's Megan, the way Megan is supposed to be spelled. I'm sassy. No. You can spell Megan however you want, but if you want it to get to me, Megan at stockingknitzombies.com, or just run it, and I will ship this lovely Grello that I want so badly to buy a skein of my own out to you. And then we also have HD Yarns is our sponsor for March, and you'll be seeing a little bit of theirs later, but this is their Storm's Companion. So it's supposed to look like a rainbow. I could have HDMCN fingers. But they are the sponsor this month, so get your entries in. And I've been asking a lot of dyers a lot of questions recently, and so I've asked her a little bit about her inspiration and how she got started dyeing, but I'll be sharing that probably next week because we've got a review to do at the end for a different dyer. So not to overwhelm you with all kinds of
Information.
Dyeing dyers information. There are podcasts that do a lot of that, but
Yep.
we aren't necessarily one that focuses on that. Also a KAL that we have going on, the Colorwork pre-KAL, which is now the Colorwork, Stranded Colorwork KAL is going on currently. There were some fabulous designers who threw their names in for us to give away some of their patterns to enable you. In addition to the patterns the pattern book that we're going to give away for Elegant Economy, she's also offering a 25% off her Geometrics pattern book, which is $10. So 25% off of that would get you those 4 patterns for $7.50. My math serves me right. I get so used to doing all of my calculations in spreadsheets. But that's Stockinette Zombies, KAL. So the full Stockinette Zombies Stockinette Zombies, KAL. We'll get you 25% off that. But let's get to the winners. So we had 138 entries. The first winner of the Elegant Economy was number 41, who is Engi Knits, E-N-G-I, which I think is probably supposed to be like engineer.
Okay.
Engi Knits. Please contact me, and I shall let Elegant Economy know you were the winner of the Geometrix design.
For some reason, I think that she's going to the Pipeliner retreat.
Engi Knits?
Mm-hmm.
For Elegant Economy, the designer or the winner?
The winner.
Okay.
But could be wrong. Could be absolutely way off base.
But it's all digital, so I can't physically.
Yeah, I know.
Person. Way to go, Amy. Really helpful. Hipster Cred, which is an adorable hat that I have some leftovers that I think I'm going to use to try to knit if I can get to it. I feel like I have to knit all of the things right now. By Amanda Bell. Was won by number 66, which is also a very cool number, like 3366. That was, and I said it so well when we drew it, Kekskrumelchen, Kekskrumelchen.
That's okay. She likes to hear you butcher the language.
Kekskrumelchen. You are the proud winner, number 66. If that's you and I've completely butchered your name, you've won Hipster Cred, which I believe corresponded with the one that you picked, which was super fun. Again, contact me and I can let Amanda know and she'll gift it to you. And then O'Reilly Colas, Spinny Gonzalez, gave away 2 of her patterns, a choice from her pattern store. And the winners were 25 and 116. That was kind of a half-hearted. I'll give you a full drum roll. 25 was Knit for Beer.
Awesome name.
Yeah, I told my husband about that. I was like, would you knit for beer? He doesn't. He doesn't find me funny.
No.
We're an old married couple, like in How I Met Your Mother. And
did you high five?
Yes. Knit for beer. No. It was more like everything that I say that, well, you know how punny I am.
Yeah.
So everything, yeah. So it was more of a groan. Like, yeah, knit for beer. 116 is Artist Maybe.
Okay.
Call me maybe.
Artist
maybe. I just met you, and this is crazy. Will you paint my picture? Artist maybe. I just came up with your theme song, Artist Maybe. 116, contact me, and Artist Maybe and Knit for Beer, I will get you in contact with O'Reilly Colas, and she will gift you the pattern of your choosing from her store. Awesome. This is like prize-tastic. Okay, and now we've got more yarn to give away. Bijou Basin, 2 through 300. There's one beautiful skein of 150 yards of sport weight yak, down, and cormo in a beautiful blue color.
Nice.
2 through 300, 163, 163. Amy Bernhardt, you are the proud winner of the Bijou Basin. And if you contact me, I will send it to you. My contact details remain the same. They have not changed since I said them before. But that would be Just Run It, PM on Ravelry, or you can email me, Megan@stockingandZombies.com. Woohoo! Zing!
Nice name.
Yeah. What's a nice name?
Amy.
Oh.
What do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know. I said Just Run It and Megan and
Sorry.
StockingandZombies.com.
Our winner has a nice name.
Yeah. Yeah. Amy Bernhardt. I don't have a theme song for you. I'm sorry. But if you contact me, I shall send you beautiful yarn that you can knit up into a cowl or whatnot. Something loverly. You can start off with good base. You can't go wrong from there. And that is all the administrati that's fit to be had, I believe. Woo-hoo. Other than our review at the end, administrati accomplished. Good job. Thanks. You too.
Oh.
High five.
Thanks.
Yes, sweet. Do you have any of those?
I do not.
I have two FOs and a hoe. Yo.
I have a hoe.
Okay,
So I can
show
talk
me
about
your
that.
hoe.
I have
That's
my
a fantastic hoe.
Kiviot
It's a luxurious hoe.
sock. Yes, she is an expensive hoe.
She pricey, yo. I shouldn't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine before we record.
You really shouldn't.
I shouldn't.
Makes you extra punny and punchy.
Yeah, Gina.
Yes, Gina.
Yeah. Cwazy. She crazy. Sorry. These are all allusions to, pop culture references, so I'm sorry. And if they don't make any sense to
Chelsea
you.
Peretti?
Yeah. You're crazy, yo. Anyway. Lovely hoe.
She, yeah,
Expensive. Crazy.
There you go. Got a crazy
Tell me
hoe
about
and
your
it's
Kiviot sock.
I love it. I love the yarn. My husband tried it on. He said it fit well.
It's not for him.
No, but he and my stepdad.
Here, try on this fantastic sock. Oh, isn't it wonderful? It's not for you.
Well, he actually doesn't think that it's any better than the socks that he has, right? I know.
Okay.
It's smushtastic.
Ooh, wow. And this is just normal fingering?
Yeah.
It's not like sport or something beefy and fantastic.
No.
That is fantastic.
It is nice. And so, my stepdad and he have the same shoe size. So it's just easy for me to say, try this on, see if I'm done yet. And, yeah, I don't know. Busseting's been extra speedy for me, so these are starting to go faster. But I haven't cast on the next one yet. I just finished it this evening.
Okay. I'm superstitious. Like, after I immediately get it on, because I'm like, I'm not going to get second sock syndrome.
Oh, no. I think it was more that, it was the chaos that is the post-work day, and I happened to sneak in a few moments to finish this, but not enough to cast on another one. It will be done.
Okay.
But that's it. That's all I got for
Okay. So mine is HD Yarn, which is our sponsor this month for the self-striping KAL, the legit self-striping KAL. They are fantastic. So if you're not familiar with their fantastic colorways, they are all very unique. So instead of having like a very predictable, which isn't bad, predictable is good. I like predictable.
Yeah.
But their stripes are very, so this one goes from a purple to like a dark green. Dark green, so it's like I'm trying to think of the mathematical term. So then the dark green gets repeated here with a light green, and then the light green goes forward with the yellow, and then the yellow and red, red, blue, blue, pink, pink, yellowy. But, so it's kind of not a factorial. Anyway, I'll think of the term. I'm sure Carolyn Kosherly is out there screaming it at me because she's a mathematics professor. But this is by partying it up and getting down sock pattern. You didn't mention what your sock pattern was.
Oh, it's a cookie A pattern, and I don't remember it. But it's in
It's super memorable.
It's in my patterns.
Okay. Yep.
So,
I'll magic link it.
I think that the issue is that it was part of the Cookie A Club, and sometimes they don't get named until after the club, and then I have a hard time finding them on the thing because
So the sock pattern previously known as.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I did actually find it in order to create the project page, so it's out there.
You did it! Hooray! Anyway, so sock pattern is my partying it up, and because I prefer to have, I prefer toe-up socks. I'm making 2 toe-up socks. I did the OMG heel. The pattern, I wrote it up with an afterthought heel. And it does disrupt the striping sequence because I couldn't break the yarn and get back to where it should have been because it doesn't repeat.
Right.
So I either could have done a coordinating color in the back, which is the only way that I could have kept myself from disrupting the stripes. Because even if I had just done, like I broke the yarn and then went on to the next set of stripes, the yellow wouldn't have been repeated up into the next color. I would have skipped where yellow was repeated. So all of these things went through my head as I was making them. But they're a little bit taller than I normally do because it was so hard to stop. And I still have quite a bit. So I'm thinking I could probably make Elster some.
Oh, and that's half the ball. So
yeah,
it's already pre-split. Yeah.
Yep, they came pre-split.
Okay.
Yeah. So lots of yardage, and I can't remember if this is. I think this is 100% merino. The thing doesn't say, but this is the Circles colorway, and it does have a different. It's a 4-ply merino. I did that by twisting the plies. I didn't just go off of what it said. I twisted and counted. So it's got a lot of, I don't know, it just seems a lot beefier to me than a lot of sock yarns that I've been knitting with recently. So it's not like a light fingering. It's a dense, sturdier.
Dense.
It's a dense. So there's that. And then, you know, the other one is obviously my other work in progress, which I'm making progress. I'm going to be working on that OMG heel. Actually, this is the spacious OMG heel, which will be premiering with the Annie Light kit. It just has double the rows, makes a nice little pocket there for your heel, and it mimics, like, when I looked at yours, I was like, oh, did you do an OMG heel? Because now whenever I think about socks and I see that it looks kind of like that. But nope, you did a typical
traditional heel flap gusset.
Because she's a top-down gal. Yes. Cookie egg. Yes, she is. Anyway, there's that hoe. My other hat is, as I mentioned, already got delivered. So that was my Measure in Love out of Cascade 220. And she was like, oh, I really love that hat. It was so cute. And I was like, actually, I designed it. Which was kind of cool.
Okay. Cool moment.
Yeah. And then I finished up my color work. So when March came back around and I was like, oh, I need to do my KEL with the color work, I wanted to make sure I finished this up. It is far from perfect, but I really like it. I can show you the insides. My floats are pretty good, but I was playing around with how I tension with my right hand because I'm a left-handed thrower. So I'm actually throwing with both hands, and I tension with my left hand, but I think I'm finding if I tension with my right hand, which is the contrast color, main colors in left, contrast colors in right, for me, as I was taught by Susan in the class, and it just looks right when I'm doing it. If I tension with this hand at all, it gets really too tight. Like the floats it gets puckery on the other side. I also have this wonderful addition to the pattern where there is actually 3 in this box instead of 2. And it doesn't go all the way around. Like there's only 2 on this side, so I don't know if I somehow got the color where I couldn't get it back around without. I don't know. Don't ask me. The pattern also calls for another Latvian braid up here at the top, which I did not do. And then I made a little pom pom with some cardboard. I don't have a pom pom maker. And this is Devi that I got from Webb's, and yeah, it'll go. Another daycare provider, the mom and daughter both work there, and the daughter just had a baby. So cool. Yeah, little girl. She'll look warm and cute in her color work hat that is just slightly flawed. So there's that. Yeah, so I had 2 hats and that, and then I cast on a lot of things for KAS and such. Yeah. So whips.
Yeah, I got plenty.
Whip it.
I have plenty. So this is the sweater I was doing for
your surrogate knitting.
Yes, I'm surrogate knitting.
I love that term.
And then
is it done?
No, this is the fronts and back and collar. I have to work on the sleeves.
Oh, it has sleeves. I thought maybe it was a vest.
No, I wish. No. I had to stop, measure the ball, figure out where to stop and all that stuff, and there was math involved. So I've started a sleeve. And I had gotten like about this much done and realized that I didn't switch needles. Because the cast on is a certain size, and then you move to the bigger needles. Well, and it was noticeable that I had done so, so I ripped it back out. And not too much knitting though when you're working with big needles and big yarn. And yeah, pretty. So I'm making progress on it. I think that after the weekends, it tends to go back into the it's the little project bag, and I don't work on it again until another weekend. Just because, yeah, I don't like to think a lot on the weekdays. I've done a lot during the day at work, so I don't really want to think when I get home.
Here's just a little disclaimer. We do record this podcast on a weekday.
At night. I don't like to think.
But Amy doesn't like to think. It's fine.
It's fine. It works. It just explains my behavior, yeah. Explains a lot. So then tonight I wanted some instant gratification, so I cast on a chunky crochet bowl.
Do you cast on and crochet?
Well, whatever. Chain on. So, yeah. I started with a magic loop type crochet. Like it's a loop that you yank on it and it closes the center of it.
Oh, cool.
And and it wasn't what the pattern called for, but I just remembered that in my crochet knowledge and pulled it out. But it's very simple, and it was free with the yarn. This is the haiku tea cakes.
It looks like it's distributed by Cassell.
Yeah. And so they said in this pattern that this will make at least one of these, but it looks like if it's the same number of rows high, it's going to make more than that. I don't know if it's because I used a different crochet hook. This is a mystery crochet hook. It has no size indicator on it, so I'm just going with it.
She wanted instant gratification with a random hooker.
It did. So this is all. I got this done tonight, and I haven't been working on it the whole time, so that is fun.
Quick.
It should be done very soon. And then you saw me working on this. This is the skip rib socks with a Gnome Acres Maleficent colorway, and they're being knitted for a friend.
That movie's coming out.
Maleficent? Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? So I'm enjoying it. I just don't know that you can really tell that there's a whole lot of patterning in it, other than it breaks up the potential pooling a little bit.
Some people like that.
Well, I enjoy it. I'm not seeing all the detail, or I'm not feeling like I'm seeing all the detail in the pattern, but it does a good job of breaking up the pooling, so.
It looks so skinny because it's got that ribbing.
Yeah, the ribbing is sucking it in. Yeah. If I know Sarah doesn't watch, but she would be a little concerned because she's got a 72 cast on. She'd be like, that doesn't look like a 72 cast on.
It does. It's very deceptive. I remember from knitting it.
So that is started, but just barely. And then I started my color work.
Ooh.
So these are the Ven knit mitts from Elegant Economy.
There's more than cast on.
And yeah, I started them Monday, I think.
Fun. What are the two colors?
These are Dream and Color, Classy, in Petal Flower, I think, and then Romeo Blue. So, and I have a lot of Dream and Color in my stash, and Classy, just random balls that I've collected, and I didn't have enough of the partials to do the mitts, so I broke into the holes.
And how did you come upon a lot of, I know that this has nothing to do with the project, but did you just always was what ended up in your cart, or did you buy it for stuffies or?
I think it was ended up in my cart kind of thing. I've knit a couple sweaters out of it, and I really enjoyed it, and they're holding up pretty well. So I don't mind it as a base, for sure. And the colors are, minimal pooling, but they do have variation in them.
Got it.
But that, and I always figure if I have scraps with them, they kind of work together in those striped pullovers or cardigans.
I'm with you. I like it when the bases kind of match.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's one of those bases I feel okay having a bunch of it in. I think Dancing Dog Dye Works is the only other one where I've just collected colorways, and not really done anything with them.
Yeah. So yeah. Until recently, where I was like, ooh, that would make a good measure in love. Ooh, I want to knit some seamless Salomas. Like, I haven't, the heavier weights haven't ended up in my stash in single skeins because I buy sweater quantities.
Right.
It's the fingering that I always have, like, oh, I just have one skein of that. Oh, I just, So.
Yeah, I will say, though, I'm getting that kind of, collecting as well. With DKs that have come in recently, like Leading Man Fiber Arts. I've gotten like 3 of those recently. That
is Dramaturg.
Yes.
It's a nice base. Yes. If I were buying sweater quantities, I might be
and
buying that.
And the thing of it is, I have to get around to knitting it.
Yep, that is the thing of it. I mean, that's ultimately what I just keep on telling myself. Every time I want to buy something, I'm like, I gotta show myself at the end of this year, this is how much you knit with, how much you big of a dent you can make in a year.
Yeah.
I mean, so don't buy that much every year, because if you do, then you're never going to use up any of your stash. But I'm interjecting myself into your works in progress again.
But this is the last thing I had to talk about. I'm not gonna, but yeah, you can kind of see it's growing.
Yes.
The bends. After I get the full repeat of the pattern done, then more instructions are required. So I'm trying to get through the first chart and more pattern to read. But it's going, it's normal. Fits, where it's supposed to. And
did you swatch by chance?
I did not.
Okay. I'm just asking because Stripey Spots emailed me and was like, are you swatching? Because we said we were going to both do the end paper mitts. And I was like, no. I should, but I haven't. So yeah, I'm doing the end paper mitts. I'm doing it in the Two Guys yarn in the, I was going to have these memorized, Silver Ring and Blue Caraco. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I don't know how to say that word, but it seems like it's mainstream enough that everybody would be like, oh yeah, she's trying to say Caraco?
Caraco? It's liquor.
Oh.
Right?
Blue liquor?
Yeah, I think so.
80% BFL, 20%
or am I just
nylon.
like, I don't know, pulling that out of nowhere.
Check the Googles. But I see from our enabling in our forum threads that they have a 20% off in March using the code March 2004. 2014. It is indeed 2014.
Yes.
Not 2004.
It would have been a big oops.
Yeah. That was when we were getting
off
married.
by 10. Yeah.
That was when we were getting married.
That's off by 10. I was just going to say that my color work needs practice. Like, I haven't done color work in a long time, and I'm telling the difference. Like,
I've never done it in fingering, so I feel like I've got a pretty good judge on this bigger, heavier weight, like of how I can make it look not puckery like it is up here in some of these, and but yeah, I'm
well, and it's interesting because I mean it's almost like I know that it'll block out because I've done this in the past, and I know that if, like you said, if I hold the tension in the right, it looks worse. So right now that non-tension held looks like it pops out more. And so you but when you put it on, when you put it on, it
Yep, evens right out.
evens right out, flattens out. So I think, once they're washed and laid flat, they will block to be good.
And this is officially my color work bag by Java Jenny. The other one was what my color work ended up in.
And it's very Eastery.
It is, which is spring. Yesterday was Fat Tuesday. Fat Tuesday. So my work in progress, the self-striped socks, which I'm staying on target.
Good.
3 for 3. Third month. And I'm going to try to knit the yarn that I actually have to match the sponsors. So
Okay.
we can review and talk about it additionally. But this is my Heliopath Fest that the KL is going on in the Instagram alongers. And I picked out some Madeline Tosh Tart in the vintage, which is a worsted weight. And I originally bought this as a sweater quantity. And 800 yards is sort of, it is garment, definitely. But if you're talking long sleeve sweater, even at somebody on my size bust, it's not going to get you very far. It would have to be like a shorter, it was when I first started buying yarn, so I think it was back in 2011. Like this was maybe one of my first like Loopy U purchases, maybe in 2011. And I was like, oh, I'll buy 4 skeins and that'll be a sweater quantity. I didn't realize I always add a couple inches through the midriff, lots of things, right? So, but this is the Tarte colorway, and I have to say, I don't think the camera is probably going to correctly capture it, but this is my perfect red. Like, I love this red. Like, it's not too bright that it's like, it looks like childish, and then there's just like a dark overwash on it. So that's the yarn, and then the pattern is super fun. It's a vest. I don't know if I have yeah, I do. This is in my Absolute Wonder large sweater bag. There is a cutie patootie picture of it. It's got a button band, an asymmetrical button band over on the side. And so this is the first time that I will be intentionally dropping stitches in a garment. So there's sections here where there's extra stitch in between the motifs where you drop all the way down to the cast on. And I don't know if I'll be able to bring myself to do that.
And they show that in the pictures?
Yep.
Maybe. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, right there. And it's a super fun. I really like, I don't know if you'll be able to see the cabling, but it kind of opens up and then there's some laciness and then it closes back over. I learned through doing this, because in my mind, I was like, there's no way that's going to work. No way that's going to work. But if you cross a yarn over, you don't get a hole. So like here, after I finish this row, you'll come back through and you cross it. You do a 2 over 2 cross the yarn over, and then the yarn over just disappears. I was like, how cool is that? So like right there, completely disappeared, that yarn over did. It became a stitch, but it's like knitting through the back loop of a yarn over. Like it's somehow behind it. Yeah, it somehow closes it, tightens it right up. So I'm really enjoying it. It's I've got quite a bit to go. I started doing the cheater. I don't know if you can see on the side here. Yeah. The cheater alternating of skeins. I can't remember if I had anything else that I was going to say. I'm donating some pashmina worsted for prizes for the KL if you want to be interested in enough that you could make another vest. I got it from the I can't remember which club it was. The Madeline Tosh Sweater Club. Magnolia Society. Yep. Remember. And it looked a lot different on the base that they showed it on versus the pashmina worsted. And it It also was a fairly new color. It was firewood, I believe. And it ended up being a lot more pinky purple than reddy purple to me. So, well, I do enjoy a good pinky purple. So yeah, that's it. I cast that on and have been thoroughly enjoying it. Been putting it down and been... I held off on the socks because I finished one like ba-bam! And I was like, you guys are never going to believe that I knit a pair of socks in like 2 days. So I better put the sock away and go do something else. Like you need to see it as a work in progress. Look at these socks I pulled out of my drawer that I had already knit that I'm telling you is a finished object. Truth in knitting. But that's my work in progress.
Nice.
It doesn't have sleeves. So it
Yay.
can go really fast once I hit the armholes.
Absolutely.
Zoom,
Well,
zoom.
we're getting to where we need to get this
Yep.
yarn review.
Yep, and enabling. I wanted to briefly mention, Amy just gave me a stitch marker from Vintage Rose that came in the Gourmet Stash anniversary kit.
Yes. I didn't get the anniversary kit. I got something else, but she was packing up the anniversary kits, so she slipped me a stitch marker too.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
And thank you, Vintage Rose, and thank you, Gourmet Stash. Yeah. And then my friend Mel, for my birthday, sent me which is very sweet, a little skein gift card. And I picked out some stitch markers that I wanted to briefly show off. Yes. You can. She now has an option that you can get the glass stoppered one, or you can get the tin, or you can get like a percentage off and
get a card.
Yeah. Yep. So there's the big guy. It's a little rainbow sheep, which I enjoyed.
Oh, cute.
And then the matching ones are, I think I threw one in that I found in here that doesn't go with it. I think it must be one of the yellows.
Oh, okay. There's 2 yellows in there. Okay.
No, I found one somewhere.
Yep.
It may have been yours. Are you missing a little skein one?
I have like 3 sets of little skein ones, so I could be.
But it's a fun idea to give a gift card, because then I got to choose my own gift, which was kind of cool. So, cool. Yes, go check that out if you're looking for a gift for a hard to pick out for knitter person. Yeah. I don't know that I'm hard to pick out for, but
the girl who has everything.
I don't have anything. I've got triple stash busting vintage Madeline-tosh, but
so we're gonna review our Juno.
Yep, Juno Fibre Arts, who is
we have an exciting coupon code to go with it.
We
so
do.
We better
so
go.
She is out of the UK, I believe, and I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly, because UK means, I had a graphic at one time that explained UK versus England versus...
Oh. Yeah, I don't ask me. Yeah. I'm an ugly American.
An ignorant American. So that's Juno Fibre Arts, and the fiber is with an R-E instead of an E-R. Fibre Arts. Fibre. And that's Asti. And she sent us in addition to these wonderful wares, to sample and let you guys know all about a free shipping code that is good through March 20th. It's SZ free. SZ free. Yeah. Don't be stocking it zombie free, but do get free shipping.
Yes. How often are you going to hear that from an overseas dyer?
Yes.
So, while you can.
Get it while you can. And I sent her some questions. I don't know, did you want to talk about the bases, or did you want to talk about her as a dyer first?
Talk about her as a dyer. I'm just playing while,
you feel it up. You let me know while I'm talking. So she got started dyeing when her child was young, and she was knitting items for her, so that must be how she got involved in knitting as well. And started out with, eBay blank yarn and food dyes and vinegar, and quickly became addicted to it and had more yarn and fiber than she could use. Don't we all know how that feels? And so she opened up an Etsy store in 2009, and then about 3 years ago she quit her job as a nurse, her day job as a nurse, and dyes full time. And over the years, she's developed a dyeing style that's very blended and uses quite muted colors. So you can see in some of our selections that they were very muted. The colorways have like a fine layer of dye, so she layers her dyes, and they have depth and light, which I agree. Life, I agree. And she said that she, again, has very natural muted tones that are inspired by gardens and old architecture and things that are all around her. So what do you have there?
This is hump day. This is camel and silk spinning fiber.
And is it natural?
Yeah. It's an undyed. It is soft and squishy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not worked with this fiber before. And that's, yeah. It should be luxury and yummy to the max. It feels wonderful.
It looks like it could be like a, what are those called? The things that you put in here? Like Goldilocks. They took this from Goldilocks.
Oh.
Extension. That's what I'm looking for.
Hair extension?
It could be a hair extension.
That's a long way for hair extensions, but okay. Yeah, and this is like a 51 grams.
Mm-hmm.
So. Then we have Wensleydale.
Not even a Wensleydale?
Yeah. Broke up with his girlfriend, or potential girlfriend. She didn't like cheese. Not even a Wensleydale? I've had Wensleydale cheese. It's pretty good. And I don't think
is that somehow related to Wensleydale fiber? Did they make it from the milk of the Wensleydale?
I don't know. Answer the question. But it was really good cheese.
Google.
And I happen to have it in England. So.
Wow.
Because they don't sell it here.
Is it not pasteurized, or?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I just remember seeing it in the
It was
grocery
a moment.
store.
And it was like, I am in England, I am eating Wensleydale.
It was a bit.
Someday I will talk about this on the podcast while I'm reviewing Wensleydale fiber.
No. Yeah, this is, it's got a prickle factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the softest in the world, but
It's got a halo.
yes, it's
I
got
can see your halo.
But part of me just loves, it's 100% certified British wool, the Wensleydale, and I will always love Wallace and Gromit, and that's the knitting episode. That's the one where Gromit's knitting, and they go to the knit shop to do the windows, and she has a robot dog, and it all goes crazy, and right at the end, naughty Wensleydale. But yeah.
And that's her Wren base, I think?
Yes, this is the Wren base.
Okay. And I have the Buffy base, which is 100% superwash BFL, or blue-faced luster, 100 grams, 400 meters, and it's the shaded colorway, and it is really pretty. I can, where she was writing about, where she wrote about the depth of color and the way she layers the dyes, it's just so pretty. And yet muted, right? I mean, like, I can go Bazinga with the Vestia, with HD yarns, but this is just an understated, like, I could see a really pretty pair of socks for, like, my mom out of this. I bet my husband could even be lured into this one, even though it's kind of got a purpley. Hi, Max. You came to join us? He's been putting his hand on my shoulder at night.
Oh,
just to let you know, I'm here. Are we gonna have another Max Lanch? The other base that I have is the Millie Singles, and it reminds me a lot of another single out there, but I really like this color. So she doesn't always, it's a muted color. I would say it's kind of like tart in that it's got those darker overtones, but it does have some brighter purples in there. Here, I'll take the band off of it as well. I really like it. I want to knit a shawl out of this, like, immediately. Like, I must cast this on right now. And I don't know exactly what shawl I want to do with it. I might make something up, or I might use one. but I really, this is going to have fantastic drape. Like, just the best drape ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll go look. I have a shawl that was knit out of one of those other single ply bases, and it must be gauged because it's not the drapiest of shawls. So I would. I'm putting my hand on your shoulder. Just wanted to let you know that I'm here if you should choose to pet me. He's purring too.
He is, very loudly, in fact. So, thank you to Asti for sending us your beautiful wares. And she has gorgeous stuff in her shop. And she just recently updated, though some of it, if you went back and looked in her recently sold, just gorgeous stuff. Just fantastic. So, use that SZ free and get your free shipping, and give her a try, because she's got some gorgeous stuff, especially if you enjoy the muted tones or maybe some darker overtones. And I'm excited to see how your camel silk spins up.
Yes, I have a long list of spinning wants, and I have been spinning Zippo. But I'm actually going to bring my spindle to our excursion, so I want to get a lot done.
Cool.
While there. The knitting will be car stuff. But.
Yep. Retreat news.
Yes.
We have, I sent out the Get Involved email, which had a great deal of information about it. Excursions, signing up for classes. The t-shirts are now available at Acme. So if you didn't get that email, again, if you could contact me via Ravelry, just run it on a PM, or Megan at stockinazombies.com, or Amy at stockinazombies. Just let us know in some way, Ravelry forums, that you for some reason are not getting emails, because either we're being marked as spam, bad spam filter, bad, or we have the wrong email from you for some reason, whether it's a PayPal account that you don't check the email for, or something got misspelled while you were filling out a form, or whatever. You need to get those emails, because they have fantastic things like the bag pre-order.
Yeah. So there was a little snafu with the link. At some point it said it was sold out, but that is not true. So please go out and pre-order your bags. Yeah, you can get them with a logo, without a logo, or you can get the couch bears if you so prefer. And they will be delivered at the retreat for retreat goers. But if you're not part of the retreat and you still want a bag, there's a separate link that will charge a little bit in shipping. I think it's like $2. So a little bit in shipping to get it out to you. That's $2 for domestic shipping, I should say. There's probably a little bit higher charge for internationals. But yeah. So mine's gotten a lot of love from the cat, apparently. She's been rubbing up against it. But yeah, it's holding up. And I've been using it to store a bunch of stuff in.
Carry it around.
Yep. But
bags and bags and bags.
We're pretty excited about that. And if you have any other requests, like Megan had mentioned to me earlier, and I have not okayed this with my mother yet, so
don't quote us.
But she is
open to,
very willing to work with people. We thought if you really liked the design of last year,
like the style, the crossbody sling,
the crossbody sling style from last year, and you thought, okay, I don't necessarily need another tote, but I love that crossbody from last year, or I never got the crossbody from last year, put in a request at the Silver Shed USA to get the retreat bag in that style, if that's what you want. But this is the official one that Megan and I worked with my mom to pick out. So, totes, my goats.
And sign up for those excursions. I believe we have, the deadline is on there. I think it's May 1st.
Yeah.
But,
there's a while.
Yeah, the sooner the better as far as our planning.
Yeah. We want to be able to like Megan has a little bit that she wants to plan for swag and stuff, but mine is just basically the bus. I need a certain volume to say, yep, we can go ahead and go with the bus. But
yep. And so
we're very close. We're very close.
Things there are cooking with heat.
Yep.
So
yep. And I hope that the excursion has enticed you enough, because one, it's shorter this year. It'll only be an afternoon of your retreat, and also got an author signing books and a couple other like trunk shows and things that might be special about going to those particular yarn shops.
Yep. And if you're interested, we've got a lot of folks walking for the 5K.
Yes.
Some people doing couch to 5K, and love all of the activity out on the boards regarding classes and the 5K. And if you have any questions about anything, go out to the Ravelry boards. And
right now we are only taking applications for teachers, and the sign-ups for the people who want to take the classes is coming as soon as we've worked out the schedule.
Yep. So we're accepting the teachers' proposals for classes until the end of March.
Yep.
So the class sign-ups will be a lot closer to the actual event in June. So which is creeping forward. We're now in the second quarter.
Oh my goodness.
The same quarter that. Yeah. We're not. We're in the second quarter. We're in the third month. Almost the end of the first quarter, right?
Yes, we're at the start.
Yes.
Start at the end.
Oh. Anyway.
Yep. Bye.
Bye, Ufta.